Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah, I will do something as well, Lou. Once I've come off, I'll transfer
You're
you some
great.
paper.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, I'm just happy to do this, honest to God. I mean,
I know, but
uh,
I love the time. Time's very precious, and I appreciate it.
sure. Well, the landlord seems to need the rent. It's the only
I
thing.
know, I
He's
know.
running that way. We, I've tried to talk him out of it, but he's very attached to this idea. So, you know.
Kindness comes back round, Lou.
Exactly. I was just listening. I'm just going to say this here. I just posted a fascinating conversation from Jay Widener, who is a name Dorrit knows, Annie, our friend Dorrit. And Jay's a researcher, an author, etc. And he's talking about he was on with the French Canadian interviewer. His name is Jean Claude. And Dorrit's mentioned him as well. I hadn't seen him before. Excuse me. And
I know him. Yeah.
Okay.
John
All right.
Claude, I know him.
Yeah. Beyond Mystic, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So he had his partner on. I think this woman astrologer, Julie, and so Jay and Julie were talking about Nostradamus and talking about the prophecies of Nostradamus. Has anyone here read Dolores Cannon or seen her interviews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched Dolores Cannon
Okay.
quite a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Perfect. So Dolores has done 3 books on Nostradamus's prophecies, and the one that they're talking about, and Annie, you'll know about this, is related to what we've been talking about, the Great Solar Flash, and how many different cultures talk about there is a just like the seasons turn. There is a time when the Earth gets blasted by light, and it's kind of a cosmic reset. And our teacher, who I mentioned earlier, Addie Lambourne, who I recommend to everyone, she's also been talking about this. Addie is really worth knowing, as I was saying earlier to Brita here. Addie has been working with spirit consciously since she was 3 years old. She grew up in communist Czechoslovakia, and her guides would meet her at her bed and literally take her out of her body and into spirit every night. And so she's in her 40s, I'd say now, and she is consciously able to connect with the Divine Mother, with the Goddess, and so she's giving us these messages from the Divine Mother. And just long story short, because Annie and I follow Patricia Cota Robles, Patricia did an event in November for the 11/11 of last year, and Addie started offering us these free classes, basically, or we got on the train because she'd already been doing it for a year or more. Before that, I'm not sure. Anyway, we've had the blessing of this lady's wisdom, and as we're saying, also working with Oren and their meditations channeled by Sanaya Roman for the last year. So, and all of that's been completely free. So this has been like, wow, this is amazing. This is pretty. This has never happened before. This is the word I'm looking for. And then when you follow me on my page, I talk about Lazarus and how it's about 36 years now since 1987 that it all started for me. And Lazarus has been there with me and throughout this whole journey with their workshops and workbooks and guided meditations. And they just did, for the first time, their blending on Facebook, on YouTube for free for the equinox. Yes, so that's on my page, and I actually did that a couple nights ago. I've done like 11 videos this week, so it's been a productive week for all that. And did you watch that, or Annie? Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Okay.
I haven't, but if
Okay.
it's on your page, I'll have a look.
Yes, you can find it there, or you can you can just go Concept Synergy, Synergy, and you'll find that on YouTube. But it's a 20-minute blending, and I won't play it tonight, but I really recommend it to everyone here. It's called Imbuing Love and Belonging in a Time of violence and rage, something like this. So it's very, very powerful. You go to a cauldron, you put you take the rage of the world and you put it into the cauldron. Then
I have actually.
the sisters of the cauldron come and work
Yes.
on that.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
All right.
I
All
have
right.
done it. Yeah. I have
Okay.
done it, yeah.
Then you eventually get in the cauldron and then you
That's
put
right, yeah.
your prayers and your wishes out to the universe. Let me say hi to Cora. Are you there, Cora? You're very welcome.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Cora.
Hi.
You made it.
I did only just.
Well, that's fine. We'll take you. Yes, you're very welcome. Good timing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome, hon. Do you want to turn your video on, or are you okay just without it?
I have my little kid trying to get him off to sleep, so I'm.
All right. We defer to motherhood every time. Yes, so there you go. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How old is your wee one?
He's 8. He's
Okay.
not too new.
Well, he's getting along. Yeah, that's good. Eight is a good number. It's a great age.
It's a good number. Yeah.
Yes.
To get him to stay lying down, stop jumping up every 2 minutes.
I wish you luck. I wish
I
you
wish
luck.
you all the luck in the world.
That's right. That's right. Mothers of the world unite. The hardest job on the planet. That's
Yeah. The hardest but the most rewarding, Lou.
exactly. You see?
The hardest but the most rewarding.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So, Cora, just sharing some resources here, some wonderful teachers that I follow, and talking about. So, October. Here we are in October. We have in 3 weeks we have a partial lunar eclipse on the 25th, and then on the 8th of November we have either a total solar or a total lunar eclipse. I think it might be solar eclipse. Anyway, so what I was just hearing my UK astrologer Steve Judd say is that October is going to continue to be, what should we say, my friends? A time that yes, exactly. You to it. We're going to have to really pull up our pants and be big boys and girls here because the spaghetti is not done hitting the fan by any stretch, and so because we're coming through these energies of the end of this year, obviously, and this is the third and final Saturn-Uranus conjunction of the last 18 months, and Annie knows that's made an impact in my life because that was when I had the fire in my old house, and everything that I built up for 13 years was destroyed, and my relationship changed, and I've been starting over since then with help from
Annie knows.
Annie knows God more than anyone else here, I promise you. Yes.
We don't need him. We can carry on. No.
You're learning. Yes. Yes, you're managing.
Freeze him or burn him. No, I'm joking.
Yes. How can I miss you if you won't go away, of course. So yes, you put up with me, and I'm still here, and I'm very grateful. But it has been a huge time of change, and it's gone through big changes, and I'm sure all of us have. So it's just to be aware that, I mean, what I said in the little video introduction about an hour ago, and we'll get into it here, is we really do have to find our power within us and learn to project into our lives and expect in our lives, you know, our needs and our desires to be met, you know, and be very clear about that. So I was just mentioning this interview with Jay Widener talking about Nostradamus and the Great Solar Flash. And so there's some very cosmic things. So most of these resources are on my Facebook page, and I've just reposted them. There's I'm going to do Loreena McKennit's Full Circle here in a minute, which is a great way to get deeply centered, beautiful music. And we'll do also Aeolah's healing prayer about prayer for peace for the world as well. So we have those to work with as well. But does anyone, I want to just do it a little differently tonight. Does anyone want to introduce anything or bring any subject up that
I did actually a wonderful meditation with a lady called Patricia Angrove before DVL Pandeas. I don't know whether you've heard of her. She's a transformational healer. I've been doing some training and working with her. And the meditation was absolutely so powerful. And it was like, breathe it into your heart, bring the light all into your body. But then as you vision your body like a sieve. And then when you're pushing all that light out, you push it to everywhere where you need it to go first, and then push it out to the world for the healing. But when I was doing that meditation, I could feel the light, the way she did it as a sieve, and vision your body as the sieve. I could literally feel the light coming out of my skin.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yes.
Patricia Vangrove, I mean, she's just absolutely, you can join a meditation. She does it once a month. The people from literally all over the world. I'll send you a link in her email.
Right.
If anybody's interested in her, but she's just such a beautiful, beautiful soul. So yeah, I had a really good, strong one before DVLs. It was literally, it finished and then I was straight on another. But I think that's the message that we're getting, is obviously staying in your own power, which you've already said, Lou. I can't really be around as much as I do love people sometimes. I have to be secluded to myself. So it's like I'm staying with myself. I don't know about anybody else's feeling that I can't be around anything. I can't even want to answer my phone sometimes. I'm like, oh no, do I really have to answer to that person today? And it's not that I don't love that person. It's like, oh, I can't do it.
No.
So it's like, just keep on protecting your own energies, get out in nature as much as you can, listen to the birds, barefoot walking. I'm a great believer of it, continuously, all the time. But just keep grounded. Lots of nice hot baths, nice showers.
Beautiful.
Just,
Well, as I sit here, there's my feet and there's the ground.
Yes, dear.
Perfect.
You're on the job.
FYI.
You're on the job.
Well, me and Helen went to a stone circle on Thursday. Absolutely, honestly, it was torrential rain. Pouring.
Oh no.
Me and her sat there with this umbrella, getting absolutely soaking wet, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? And I've got a message from the divine. Take your socks and shoes off. I'm going, are you for real? I said, it's absolutely pouring down here. And I really didn't want to, but it's like my body was just like, get it done. And because Helen didn't do it, I've taken my socks and shoes off, and she went, are you really doing it? I said, listen, the divine's going, get grounded. So yes. So yeah, I was soaked. Yeah.
Good for you.
Like,
good for you. Annie's trying to get my bare feet on the wet ground here for months. I've managed a tree. That's as far as I've got. I'm hugging a tree as I walk.
I'm glad about the tree.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm doing
That's good.
Yeah, an ivy tree is a good thing to work with it this month, Lou. We do a tree course with a lady called Maura Glipa.
Okay.
Ivy's a boundary right through October, and it's a perfect tree to work with. Not poison ivy.
No. Good to know.
No, but it's still yeah.
Well,
work with ivy.
Brilliant. I mean, this is, of course, Annie, a lot of what Addie Lambourne and the Divine Mother are teaching us, and what Patricia has been teaching us as well. And of course, Patricia, she has her weekly video logs, which I play on morning prayers, but she's also got her big events now coming up in 2 weeks in Santa Fe, which will happen online as well. The World Congress on Illumination, the 36th annual World Congress on Illumination.
Ooh.
Right, and if you listen to any of her recent videos, it's been about what she calls the holy innocents, which are the younger people, let's say 30 and below, generally speaking, who have, a lot of them, been trained in the great central sun by the creator of all life to have the vibration for incredible leadership and spiritual wisdom and creativity and inspiration and the solutions to the problems of our world. So we're this far away now from these folks really beginning to come online. And so she's right now, this week, we've been doing conscious breathing and just working on making sure that we're purifying the oxygen that we breathe and helping to purify the oxygen of the planet to raise the vibration for them as well as all of us.
Yeah, see, I love Patricia.
Yeah, she's amazing. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Here we go. Yeah, we're all set? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cora, how you doing there?
Doing good.
Okay. All right. Excellent. We'll settle for that. Good. Well, I'm
My
delighted.
little guy
Yeah, go
again.
on. Go ahead.
No, just in case you heard noise, it was my little fella running around.
That's fine. As long as he's not screaming and crying, I'm a happy camper over here, my friend. As long as you're all right, that's what we care about. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bless him. What's his name?
Harrison.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's
Uh,
a heavy title. That's powerful. Yeah. Boy, he's not going to be fooling around, is he? He's all business.
no, definitely not.
Right. Right. He's got a big job. Okay. Bless his heart. All right, my friends, thank you. So let's dive in. Go ahead and close your eyes and turn within and take a deep breath. We'll start with Loreena McKennit here, full circle.
Lie down.
This is about 6 minutes, and then I'll channel for us after this.
Lou, you've got yourself on mute. We can't hear anything. Sorry, I thought I would just interrupt.
So sorry.
each you will find peace
Okay, take a deep breath. All right, God bless you, dear friends. Here we go. 7 stars spiral down through time and space. Touching the crown, take a lovely deep breath. Relax and release. Let the energy spiral down through the chakras. Relax and release. Gently and easily. Relax and release. Another deep breath. Opening the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. On the next breath, opening the will center, the navel, the sacral, the root. And now all the way down, hips, legs, feet, flowing down like a waterfall into Mother Earth, putting your roots down, letting the water flow, letting yourself reach, and feel that safety, love, and support, that peace, that grace, that ease, that flow, that is truly the divine feminine, dear friends, in all her glory. Take a deep breath. So for the mothers and for mothering, dear friends, God bless you indeed, and for the calling of being the mother. Dear friends, it's a time of receiving the blessings without struggling, without effort, without worrying or wondering, but simply knowing, dear friends, just as a mother would give to her children, so you are the children of this divine mother, of the divine Mother Earth, dear friends. And it is her joy and her delight in this, the season of giving and of the harvest, dear friends, that as you step into the fullness and the wholeness of what you understand and what you are prepared for in this moment, dear friends, that you celebrate yourself upon this journey home, home to the heart, home to the hearth, home to love, dear friends, and all that home and hearth and love represent to you, dear friends. A place within yourself where you feel and know that you are cared for and cared about, where you feel and know that there is enough and you are enough, where you feel and know, dear friends, that all is well for you and that the mother's love is preeminent and supreme, predominant, and yours for the asking, yours for the receiving. Take a deep breath. So, dear ones, in your loving service to yourself, your loved ones, humanity, and Mother Earth, you are the open doorway that allows and invites and welcomes new ideas, new possibilities, new visions, and, dear friends, simply put, the new itself things which have never happened before, things which have never been dreamt of before, possibilities which have never been imagined before. They call you the dreamers, dear friends, because you're not willing to settle for what the world believes is practical, realistic, and the only possible outcome, dear friends. You're stubbornly and beautifully always looking outside of the box of the consensus reality, dear friends, with its strengths and its virtues, but continuing to let your spirits guide you, to let your heart call you forth, to let your search for love, to express it, to experience it, and to share it with others, dear friends, to continue to invite new possibilities, new paths, new realizations, new understandings, dear friends. So not only are you being celebrated here and now, this moment, with your willingness to be the dreamers, dear friends, but you're also being honored, respected, and acknowledged as the mothers, dear friends, of a new age, of a new time, of a new vibration. The channels mentioned here, the Holy Innocents. So the youth of this world, by the billions, have been working and waiting and searching and seeking for the vibrational alignment which is imminent, dear friends, in this powerful time. And you are therefore holding that space for their dreams and their visions, their leadership, their wisdom, their love, joy, and laughter to meet yours, dear friends. For you to make a space for this new earth, for you to make a space for these new possibilities, and for you to find your place in this new world, for you to be the way shower, the visionary, the dreamer, and the divine mother of a new time and a new reality. So, dear ones, we say again, we celebrate you. We celebrate you in the fullness of what you understand and in the incompleteness of what you're yet to remember, to realize, to recognize, and to accept, dear friends. And perhaps that's where the great work begins here this evening in our time with you tonight. Dear friends, it's so easy to love others at times, dear friends, and sometimes so challenging to love oneself. Each of you, all of you, have made great and deep, powerful journeys over this last 18 months and beyond, dear friends, to be sure. To clean out, to clear up, dear friends, to face, to acknowledge, to mourn, to grieve, to rage, and to also recognize and release, dear friends. The traumas, the hurts, the wounds, dear friends, from this and other lifetimes, so that, dear ones, you can hold that space for grace as the Divine Mother, as the healer, as the artist, as the channel, as the teacher, as the way shower, for those in your life who are open to these ideas or will open to these ideas, dear friends, or don't even know about these possibilities but are, like you, seeking and asking for greater wisdom and greater freedom. Dear friends, it is a time of extremes, to be sure, over the next few months, we say here with all honesty, and that's fine, because we say humanity goes to extremes to find balance. And so, yeah, where power has been placed outside of oneself, you've seen in the last few years here on your world very clearly, there's been a price to pay for that, God bless you indeed. And where power has been taken back, then the healing can really begin to happen, dear friends. And the same is true with money, work, yeah, food and shelter, your needs, your wants, yeah, the world you live in, where there's a great re-examining and reawakening of the value of life and the value of how you create life together as a society, dear friends. And it's a beautiful thing, nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be worried about, dear friends. It's truly to be celebrated and to be embraced, to know that you have the heart of the mother beating in your heart, the courage and the wisdom of the father, clearing the way for you, dear friends, making the way straight and clear. And in your prayer work, in your meditation work, in your journaling, in your studies, in your walks in nature, dear friends, in your time with Spirit, All of these things are becoming clearer and clearer with every passing day. So again, dear ones, we want to honor you, and we invite you to honor yourself, and we say this here especially for this gathering here at this moment, dear friends, the healing of the woman's hearts, the sisterhood of this time, dear friends, you and millions and billions of others around the world are truly stepping into your roles as the way showers and the leaders, and finding your voice, dear friends, finding your courage and finding your willingness and your commitment to speak the truth as you perceive it and for what's in your heart to be heard and understood, and indeed, dear friends, of course, respected. So as you are respecting yourselves more with each passing day, dear sisters of the light, so it is our great joy and delight for you to understand that this is also a part of the divine balance that this time is about as well. There have been and there will continue to be events of, difficulty, of violence and rage, dear friends, simply put. When you hear these things, or if you encounter these things, dear friends, we ask you to be in your truth, in your power, in your strength, in your courage, in your mother's wisdom and compassion and mercy and forgiveness. And dear friends, to shine your light, your healing light, perhaps the violet flame or the rose light of Mother Mary, dear friends, or the light of all that is, the Christ consciousness, Archangel Michael, all your guides, guardians, teachers, and friends, however it comes to you and through you, dear friends. But as was said here, yes, the light is getting brighter, and you are in your bodies, in your minds, and in your spirit, becoming clearer, not only receptive, dear friends, but responding. God bless you indeed. And taking that joyous responsibility to heal the younger souls, dear friends, the less mature and less evolved souls who are a part of this world and a part of this time, dear friends. And by that, indeed, we include many of the men of this world, dear friends, for better or worse, who are needing and wanting and seeking that love and that wisdom and that compassion in their own hearts that they have been alienated from and disconnected from, dear friends. There's going to be a great shift and a great movement from mankind towards womankind in this spiritual time of healing, awakening, and growth. And each of you and all of you are part of that, dear friends. So make time and take space for that peace in your practice every day, to know that your time in the shadows is coming to an end, dear friends, and your opportunities to be of service and to be heard and to be deeply questioned in search for understanding are imminent, dear friends, we say once again. You need not throw yourself into the fracas, dear ones, but know that when opportunity knocks, we're inviting you to open that door, to share your light, your love, your wisdom, your stories, your experience, and indeed, dear friends, most importantly, your love with this world in this brilliant and powerful time. Take a deep breath. So, dear friends, let's go on a brief journey here for a few moments. And imagine that you're taking a trip through a beautiful wood on a lovely summer afternoon. And you're exploring, perhaps with a friend, perhaps on your own, an uncharted part of the forest, dear friends. You know the countryside well after all your adventures and trips and travels, to be sure. But this day we want you to explore the unknown parts of this forest, that is your inner self, dear friends. God bless you indeed. Take a deep breath. And dear friends, as you explore the forest and the brooks and the trees and the birds and the bird song and the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, perhaps there's a trail, perhaps the trail comes to a place of disappearing. You thought you were on something you understood, and you find yourself, for some reason, well on the way across a field or a stretch of the woods there, or perhaps crossing a river where you don't find a trail any longer. And there's a sense of concern and brief confusion, dear friends. So as you would in any situation like this, you ask for guidance. You ask from the land. You ask from the elements. You ask from the creatures of the woods. And dear friends, you open yourself to letting some manifestation of the elements, of the animals, of the whisper of spirit come and keep you company, show up for you, and imagine what that might be for you in this moment. And take a deep breath. Perhaps it's just a sense that, oh yes, this is the way I want to go, over that hill, or in this direction, or I think I recognize this area here. Yes, I remember that hill if I'm not mistaken, etc. So your heart, your inner guidance calls you in a direction, and you embark again with a greater sense of clarity. Take a deep breath. And as the sun begins to descend, and it turns from warm to cool, and there's a sense of the approaching twilight, you're still wondering, where is it exactly that you're meant to go, and how is it that you're going to find your way back to your home, your car, your friends, etc. And still not quite sure, dear friends, and still needing some more help. You take a moment and you let yourself sit down and rest and close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just to relax, you give yourself over to a gentle nap, and you let go, and you come back to that doorway of your heart. And opening the doorway of your heart, you see once again a beautiful forest. This time, there is a beautiful chapel, and you see the light of that chapel, a candle or two burning in the window. And even though within you the twilight is falling, you have that wondrous sense that you're home and that you're safe and that this is where you're meant to be. Take a deep breath. You joyously and easily approach the chapel, and you see that there is a well outside of the chapel, and you're inspired to come and sit by the well and give yourself that time and that space to perhaps drink, perhaps wash, perhaps say a prayer of thanksgiving to the Mother Earth, to Spirit, to this sacred space beyond time and space that is always there waiting for you. Take a deep breath. Perhaps you drink the water, wash your face in the well, say a prayer for your loved ones, a sense of completeness and a sense of rightness and a sense of being prepared. You raise yourself up and you step forward, now knocking upon the door of the sanctuary, wondering, are you alone or is there someone inside? And you hear a voice, hello, please come in. And the door opens. And you step inside the sanctuary. And there is the Divine Mother, radiant and yet in human form, welcoming you. She stands and she opens her arms to you. And she thanks you for trusting yourself and asking for help and listening to your heart. Take a deep breath. Before you know it, you embrace and you feel the wondrous love, the healing, the wholeness, the joy, the peace, the beauty, the goodness, the truth, the life itself that is the Divine Mother. And you drink it in, absorbing it, embracing it, receiving it, and feeling filled up by the love and light of all that is as you take a deep breath. She says, this is your place now, and you are invited to return to me and this home in your heart whenever you need or want a reminder to remember who you truly are, that you are my own child, that you are loved, that all is well for you, and that I am with you, I am through you, I am in you, and I am here. I am here. I am here. Take a deep breath. With that, she leaves you to the sanctuary, disappearing for a moment, feeling her inside of you, in your heart. And you give thanks once again for the beauty, the wisdom, and the love that is there for the asking, for everyone, and for you. Take a deep breath. You know it's time to go now, but you know you will return. You want to leave a gift, an offering, a token. Perhaps it's something you draw out of thin air. A candle, a book, a piece of jewelry, some flowers, something that says, I know, and I am grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take a deep breath. With the music of the sanctuary, gently beginning to whisper and build and sound around you. It's the joy of your heart. It's the song of your home. It's the happiness of setting yourself free. She says to you in your ear, dear one, you're way, way, way ahead of where you thought you were. And I'm watching you. And I'm loving you. And I'm here. Take a deep breath. You find yourself back in the woods, waking from a nap, opening your eyes, seeing that the sun is rising now, that you've slept the night, and that beautiful welcoming dawn with the sun kissing you and the dawn of a new day. You know how to go home. You know you are never alone, and you know the Divine Mother is lighting your way. We love you so. Peace and blessings. Namaste. And I'm going to play Aeolah's closing meditation here for us. Thank you so much.
Beloved love of God, immortal love, please enfold us in thy divine ray. Please send compassion from above and within to raise us all today. In the fullness of thy infinite I am God power, please shed thy glorious beams upon this earth and all thereon where life in shadow seems. Let your living light and love blaze forth to cut us all free from suffering and pain. Enfold and clothe us in the grace and majesty of your unconditional divine healing light and love, anchored into every cell, tissue, atom, organ, and electron of our physical body, our brain, our nervous system, into all our blood cells, into our DNA, into our mental, emotional, physical, and etheric bodies. Bring your healing light and grace into our subconscious and our unconscious, to all our thoughts, feelings, and expressions, and to all the places between the thoughts. Let your love and light cut us all free from suffering and pain. Enfold and clothe us in the radiance of your unconditional divine healing light and love. And through your divine love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness, please forgive and transmute the cause, effect, record, and memory of all human suffering, all karmas and samskaras, in all timelines and dimensions of the past, present, and future, now. Transmuting, dissolving, and releasing all human and astral creations from my mental, emotional, physical, and etheric bodies in all timelines and dimensions, now and forevermore, as we forgive ourselves and all others, forgiving ourselves and all others. We now fill and bless all these places with unconditional divine love, radiant health and healing, harmony, peace, prosperity, vitality, kindness, charity, unity, self-mastery, sovereignty, and divine gratitude, extending it to all of life and to our own loving I Am God presence.
Okay, take a nice deep breath, everyone. So we just give thanks for this time together, blessing everyone here and all the prayers in our heart. We give thanks for this sacred circle, and we give thanks for God, Goddess, all that is, for the Goddess, for the return of the divine feminine, of the unconditional love of creation itself. We're humbled, we're grateful, and we're joyous. Mother, Father, God, indwelling Holy Presence, use us for your divine purpose, that we may fulfill our higher self, soul, and spirit's will in this lifetime of lifetimes. For this and all of our prayers and blessings, we give thanks, we let it be. It is so, so it is. And together we say, Amen. We'll sleep tonight, my friends. I think so.
Thank you. That was absolutely beautiful.
I'm quite blown away, I have to tell you. I didn't expect any of that. I'm truly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I actually,
Ah.
before you mentioned Mary, I actually felt Mother Mary come to my right hand side.
Mm.
And so Mother Mary I've been working with quite a bit lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it just come swooping in, and then you went, and Mother Mary again from Michael, and I felt a presence on my right hand side. I'll definitely sleep tonight. Thank you, Lou. Oh.
A pleasure. Well, you can all go float away, me too. And thank you for being here. And thanks for the PayPal love. And I'll send you a copy of this if you like, and we'll do it
Oh,
again.
I'd love to.
Okay?
Oh, definitely. I look forward
Thank
to it.
you.
So
Nice
welcome.
to meet you all.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.